buy whenever the what is
I'll buy whenever the base currency is stronger than the quote currency. That's like the first condition why we buy and sell. We'll buy whenever the base is stronger than the quote. Am I going?
okay. Yes.
We sell. We sell
Mm-hmm.
whenever the quote is stronger than the base currency. That's like saying vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
First up. So let me explain the first thing we just wrote. So based on what I said, everything we do in the forex market is simply buying and selling. That's just a summary. It's either you're a buyer or you're a seller. Now you wrote that in every exchange we have two currency pairs involved. Is it not? Meaning for one transaction that you want to do, it revolves around two currencies. How do I mean? For instance, you want to come home to Nigeria, you will need to convert your Australian dollars to some naira, is it not? You are only
Mm-hmm.
going to perform just one transaction, but in that one transaction, it already revolves around two currency pairs. So, and when you want to do that, what it means is most likely you will be selling your Australian dollars and then you will be buying the naira in just that one singular transaction. So that's why we said in every exchange, two currency pairs are involved. So in just one transaction, it revolves around two currency pairs. Now, we now said, okay, since all we are going to be doing is buying and selling, how do I know what to buy? And how do I know which one I should be selling? So the first principle that guides what we buy is that whenever the base currency is stronger, you buy. And whenever the quote is stronger than the base, you sell. So how do you know the one that is stronger? Now, look at this, what I wrote on the screen. You can see the first transaction. Let's say it's a transaction, but it's a pair, AUD USD, right?
Mm-hmm.
First
Mm-hmm.
one. The first one in front is the base. Any currency in front is always the base. So look at the second one also, USD JPY. The one in front is USD. So automatically that makes it what? The base. In another transaction, AUD JPY, AUD will be what, man? Base or quote?
AUD will be the base.
Exactly. So in other words, you can write this down so you don't forget. Note, the base is always the first currency in the transaction. So write it in your notes. The base is always the first currency in the transaction, while the quote comes second.
Okay.
So let me give you another transaction now. Now I wrote GBP AUD. So in this GBP AUD, what do you think AUD is? Yeah, is it the base or the quote in that GBP AUD?
AUD is the quote, GBP is the base.
Exactly. So it doesn't matter whether it was a base in one previous transaction or not, as long as you see it as a second, anything that comes second quotes. That's the number one rule. So if the rule now says, okay, we buy when the base is stronger. Now, before I forget, all these currency pairs are already listed on an exchange or what we call a broker's platform. We use a broker's platform to trade the forex market. So I'll still show you that later on that MetaTrader. That MetaTrader is like an app where brokers put the list of the currencies that are ready for exchange. So you're not the one to pair them. They've already paired them in 2-2. Do you get? It's like saying it's already listed. So anyone that is listed first, just like we agreed, is now the base. But the rule says buy when the base is stronger than the quote and sell when the quote is stronger. The question should now be, how will I know whether the base is stronger than the quote so that I will know it's time to buy? Is it not? So you can always now write this down. Note, to confirm the currency strength, Notes to confirm the currency strength.
Mm-hmm.
To know
Hello?
which is stronger.
Is strength to know which is
Sorry,
stronger or not?
can you hear me
Did you
now?
say, yeah, did you say
Okay.
to confirm the currency strength to know which is stronger or not?
Stronger or weak? Yes. So go to www.livecharts www.livecharts. So the spelling
Mm, mm-hmm.
livecharts.co.uk, or that's the first site you can use, or www.currencystrength.
Excuse me.
See,
Mhm.
currencystrengthmeter.org. So either of those two we can use to confirm. So how do you go there? You go there on your browser.
Okay.
So I wanted us to do an example of that. I'm going to share my screen now to walk us through. Just a moment. So let me know if you start seeing my screen.
Yeah.
Okay, what it means is you go on your browser and just type, what I do mostly, I just put currency strength. The browser will suggest different. Are we still together?
Let me see. Yeah.
Okay. So once I type currency strength, I click on that. It's give me a list of the sites. So if you look at the second one, don't mind Google, is showing me Yoruba language. But you can see there's where they wrote livechat.co.uk. That same one I
Mm-hmm.
gave you. So I click on
Mm-hmm.
that and it takes me to where I want to go precisely. Okay, good. So now looking at this, just a moment. Good. You see something like this when you open this site. You can see some list of currencies. This is euro. This is the Great Britain pound, GBP. You
Mm-hmm.
can see
Mm-hmm.
USD, you can see AUD. Now, something you notice about them, some are stronger than the other. How do you know the strength? Based on the number of bars. The strongest would always have 6 bars. But you can see this is just for 1, 2, 3, 4. So
Mm-hmm.
this is still stronger than the one that has 1.
Mm-hmm.
And JPY. So of all the pairs right now, I could say JPY is the strongest with 5 bars. So let's say, for instance, I was looking at the pair like AUD JPY that was listed. Automatically, meaning if it's AUD JPY, meaning AUD will be the base because it's in front, right? AUD JPY. And then JPY will be the quote. So in this case, if AUD JPY, AUD was the base, I won't be buying because the rule says buy when the base is stronger. But in this case, obviously, the quote would have been stronger, is it not?
Mm. But
So,
wait, so I want to understand now. So
okay,
are you saying is this one being paid now?
it's not paid.
But they're separate. Okay, okay.
It's not paid. I just use that example that let's say
Mm-hmm.
you were looking at ADJPY that was paid on the broadcast platform.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, okay, yeah.
so this is just for confirming the strengths. Do you get?
Mm,
Even if you are given an exchange like GBP USD, meaning maybe GBP is the base and USD was the quote. Of course, this is lower than this, so I wouldn't be buying.
mm,
But note, anytime you're using this currency strength, write this down.
mm,
Let it be at least 3 bars difference. Note, when using currency strength, let there be at least 3 bars difference between the base and the quotes.
But this
Yes,
one, none of them is 3 bars difference.
good. I was going there. Now,
Okay,
the
then
reason
I'm
why,
sorry. Let's just write it. Okay.
okay, write it first, please.
When buying,
When using the currency strength,
okay.
let there be at least 3 bars difference between the base and the quotes. Now, why is that? I'm trying to explain now. It's just
Mm-hmm.
like, let me use an illustration. If you had an opponent,
Is this in bar or base? Because I think I've been writing base.
okay,
Is it
bars,
bar?
different bars. Yes, this like what we call it, the math. There
Mm.
is a bar chart. So I'm saying bar, but base currency is different from quotes. That one is base, BASE. Now I'm talking
So
about
which?
BARS for let there
Oh
be
wait.
bars. The bars I'm
Oh
talking
okay.
about, look at euro. This asks for 1, 2, 3, 4. Those boxes are what I call bars.
Okay. So you said let it be at least 3 bar difference between the base and the quote. Base.
Yes,
Yes.
yes. If you
Okay.
want to use them to make a decision. Now I want to explain why. It's like
Mm.
saying I'm trying to fight someone. Now I have a big body, and the other person is very tiny. There's every
Mm-hmm.
probability I can win the fight compared to
Mm-hmm.
where both of you, we might have the same strength. And what would happen if we have equal strength? There's every probability that that match can drag out and we both get exhausted and nobody wins. Is it not? So even if the person is a little bit closer to me, maybe almost as big as I am, there's still a probability that that match will drag on for long. But to increase my odds of winning, it's simple. I'll go and look for someone that is automatically weak compared to myself so that I can easily win the match and beat the person. So when you also want to trade
Mm-hmm.
and you don't want to spend much unnecessary time in the market, or you want your chances of winning to be increased, always go for a weak currency as against a strong currency. Do you know that if you had to change I don't know the exchange rate from Australian dollar to Naira, but Naira is so weak, so that if you're changing a little bit of Australian dollar, you have plenty Naira. Do you understand why? Because Australian dollar is
Mm-hmm.
clearly stronger than Naira. Compared to if you're now doing some maybe Australian dollar versus US dollar. I don't know the strength of both right now. But
I
you
think
have
US
more,
is always stronger. It's just
it's always
about
stronger, yes, but you
10,
won't have
10 to
much.
$20 difference.
Okay, 10 to 20, good. So, but as compared to that same USD that is always strong, so Naira, small USD to Naira, you can be looking at millions. 100 USD to Naira presently is already over 75,000. Look at the margin.
Are you
But I'm sure if
serious?
you change yes, 100
That means
USD
it's
dollars.
20. It's because a 100 AUD to Naira is 527 now.
Okay, so that's very, but the same 100 in USD to Naira is so huge. And I'm sure if you're changing that same US dollars to AUD, it won't be as huge as that. Do you understand?
Mm-mm.
So, exactly.
It's
So
just
that's the thing.
$20 difference.
So that's I would say it's always better to pick a very strong one as against a weak one. It increases your odd of winning
Okay. Well,
now
like for
another
instance,
thing.
now let's say I want to sorry, let me see explain just to understand what you're trying to say now. What you're
Okay.
saying, sorry. Like what you're saying now is that let's say we're doing AUD Naira, for instance.
Mhm.
Or you so I will AUD will be my base. Naira will
Ye-
be my quote. Is
Yes,
that
if
what
it's
it is?
okay. Yes, but we don't trade Naira in the Forex market. It's
Yeah,
not
I'm just
listed.
giving an instance just to
Yes,
understand.
yes, yes, exactly.
Mm,
So
okay.
looking at this now, based on that 3 bars difference, I could enter a trade between Euro and GBP because this has 4 right now, 4 bars, and this is just 1 bar. You understand? So this one, the strengths are clearly apart. So I could trade this. But this, Euro has 4, this has 2. I will not trade this market. Why? Because these 2 can easily increase to 3, or this one could easily lose 1. So they are almost of the percent. I wouldn't trade this pair now. Just one difference, even though this is still a bit higher, but just one. So they are close. Exactly the same thing as this. So what I'll look for is the strong one. This is 5. I could trade it against 2. That's still 3. I could trade this against this. I could trade this against this. Do you understand, ma? So that's it. Exactly. So that's number 1 when it comes to buying and selling. But another thing before I go on, you see in the Forex market, nothing is guaranteed. Always have that at the back of your mind. But there are what we call high probabilities. It's just like if I ask you, what was the guarantee that you will wake up today when you slept? Was there any guarantee? I know you believe in God, but you could ask someone. You could ask someone else, and the second person tells you, okay, take this route. If they are saying the same thing, what happens? Your confidence begins to increase, even if you've never been to my place before. But by the time you seek a third opinion and all of them says head to this direction, you know that you will go there with much increased confidence, is it not? So in the Forex market, just because we said buy whenever the base is stronger or sell, it doesn't guarantee, right? That's the first thing is just the only confirmation you needed. By the time you now buy at support, it's like saying a second or further confirmation. So since the rule says we buy at support and we sell at resistance, then the next question should now be, what is a support? So that when I see the support, I can know I should buy. What is a resistance zone? So that when I also see that resistance zone, I will know it's time to buy. Are we still together, ma?
Yes.
So write this down. A support is any zone. A support is any zone or area where market prices have gotten to, where market prices has gotten to at least twice in the past. Their price has gotten to at least twice in the past and went up. Have you written them, ma?
Yes.
Okay. While resistance is any zone where sellers come into the market and push the prices down. Where sellers come into the market and push the prices down. First up. So before I forget, please write this down. Notes. Another word for buy. Because sometimes, every field has their professional language they use. So another word for buy, right? Call. I'm putting it on the screen. Call. Demand. Uptrend. Uptrend. bullish, and long. Bullish, long. So anytime we say, oh, we want to go long, what we mean is we are looking to buy. If you say, oh, the market is bullish, what it means is we're expecting it to go up. So you always buy with the hope that the price is going to go up after you finish buying. That is what makes you profitable. So that's why I would say uptrend. You know, when something is going up, uptrend is like trending up. Still means the buy move. Exactly. So sometimes as we go on, we might experience this words instead of just buy. You'll be able to understand what they're saying. Now let's write this down. Notes. Other words for sell. Bearish. Teddy bear. Bearish. You know, the other one was bull. A cow. So this time is bearish, or market is in a supply zone. Or shorts. If you say want to go shorts, it means you're looking to sell. Puts. Are we still together?
Yes.
Okay. So apart from puts, right? Downtrend. Okay, so let's stop there. So back to we buy at support and we sell at resistance zone. You know, when you say something is a zone, it's like saying it covers an area. What do I mean? Now imagine where you are right now, in the room where you are. Imagine that, of course, you are on the floor. I mean, you are either standing or sitting, or your chair is supported on the floor, is it not? So the highest you can do on the floor is you could keep going up. You could carry another chair on top of your seat and it keeps going higher. Do you understand? But the moment it gets to your roof, what happens? You can't go beyond the roof. You most likely need to come down. True or false? Another word for roof is resistance. It's where people get to and come down. Now, when we sell in the market, you want the prices to keep going down after you've sold. When you buy, you want it to keep going up. That's why I say another word for support is floor. But you see something about support being a zone is the fact that that same room where you are right now, imagine that your roof is number 10, which is like saying that's your resistance zone, number 10. Now imagine the floor is also numbered 1, meaning that's your support zone. So how will I know it's a support or a resistance? First time the market comes down, look at what I'm drawing on the screen. It comes down to this support area, which is the floor. It gets to, let's say this time around, it gets to 1.9. From 1.9, it starts going up back. Then it gets to your roof around 10, and then it drops. Another time, I see it approaching this same 1.9, because you know it got to 1.9 the other time and went up. I won't say it's a support yet. Support is where prices get to and go up, meaning buyers push them up. But another time, it got to 1.5. You know, 1.5, 1.9, they're still around the same area. Then from there, it goes up again. Once I've seen that happen twice, I would automatically mark both that 1.9. In fact, for me, it will start from 2, between 2 and 1. I'll mark out all those areas as a support zone. Because another time, you know, the first time it got to 1.9 when it was coming down, another time 1.5. This time it could get to 1 precisely and then still push up. Are we still together? That's like saying all of this zone right now is a buy area. The same thing with the resistance. Probably the last time it got to 9, Another time, maybe this was 9 point something. Then another time, this got to 10 precisely, right? And still came down. So what I would do is to mark out all of this zone so that anytime I see it approaching this resistance zone, the moment the market start getting close to 9, I'll be waiting to sell, because what happened in the past when it approached all of this zone, it always came down. Now, the same thing for buy. Do you understand? That's how we call it a zone. So it's not just one price. Do you understand? So most times when you see the chart later on, of course, you get to that level too. When we mark out a support zone, we'll place like a box so that anytime the market comes in between that box or touches the box, we are already positioned to buy because it has happened in the past. Am I making sense, ma?
Yes.
Okay, good. So that's like another confirmation. So it's not enough for me to have go and check the currency strength. Maybe somebody said, "Oh, Didi, let's go and buy GBP USD." I now went to, they said buy GBP USD, right? Somebody called you. Let's say I'm even the one who called you and said, "Oh, Didi, let's go and buy GBP USD." Meaning that pair is GBP USD. Automatically, which one is the base? GBP is the base, right? USD is the quote. So I now quickly rush and say, "Oh, Coach D said buy whenever the base is strong. Let me go and confirm the strength." You now open that currency strength meter. You saw that the base was strong and the USD was not as strong as the base. It's not enough to say, "Oh, I'm going to buy right away." No. After I've confirmed that that currency was stronger, another thing I want to check is, okay, before I buy, is this market at support zone? Because they say we should buy at support zone. I now also open my charts. I now see a support zone. Don't worry, today's class is not for support. When we get there, we'll go into support zone proper. You understand? I now also see that the market is at a support zone. It's like a further confirmation that yes, I can buy, because two things are like saying the same thing. But let's say I saw that the currency, the base was strong. I now came and I saw that the market is not at a support yet. Probably it's just in the middle. I won't buy that buy yet. It's not ready. It's like winter season when Amatan wants to start. Okay, sorry, you people don't experience Amatan. Is this snow you experience over there?
Just winter, yeah, winter we have it with a little snow. Yeah, for some.
Okay. So probably let's say your start, the weather is now so terrible in Nigeria right now. Before we used to experience it from as early as September, October, November, right? But these days the thing has shifted to December. Now we also know that your Christmas period will fall during the winter, is it not? But you don't say, "Oh, just because you saw snow the first day, that's gonna be Christmas." No. Christmas is going to be inside of that winter period, but it doesn't happen probably the first day it snowed. The same thing. So just because your currency strength said it was stronger, it doesn't mean you jump in the bar. It's like saying, now I want to wait for Christmas Day before I celebrate Christmas. It's like now saying, okay, I want to further reconfirm and see that the market is at a support before I buy. So those are like the conditions why we buy and sell in the market. So am I still making sense, or is it boring?
No, it's okay. I understand now.
Okay,
Support,
good.
like for instance, where this your lines, this
Yeah,
double line is doing, that is where the support is.
what is
For
yes,
instance. And
yes,
then down part where the line is, that's where we have the
good,
resistance.
exactly. So as time goes on the chart, one way of knowing the support, remember I said support is where buyers push the price up. So there is always two candles on the chart. Of course, we'll get there, not today. You'll see a buy candle and a sell candle. Most people prefer to use blue candle for their buy candle, like myself. Though anybody can select any color, and most of us red candles. So if I see buy candles starting from anywhere, maybe I saw like 4 or 5 candles, buy candles, blue. The very first one that started, where it started from, will most likely be a support zone, because that's where the market started going up from. That's why you kept seeing other buy candles on top of it. Remember, we said support is where buyers push the price up. So those buy candles actually represent the price that went up. anywhere again. So that same place I saw that buy candle start from, I will put an horizontal line and mark it as okay, support area. I can now check in the past as market got into that same zone and it went up. If I can confirm twice, automatically that is the support area. So naturally, any other time I see the candles coming into that zone, I'll be positioning to buy because it has happened in the past. Do you understand? But we'll go more in total of that when we get into market structure. So let's go to the types of trades we have before we call it a day today. So we are done with the basic conditions where I will buy and sell. The next thing now is types of trade. Remember we said everything we do in the market everything boils down to buying and selling, is it not? That's what we do in the market. But the way we now buy and the way we sell is why we categorize it into these types of trade. So write this down. There are two types of trade. The first one is called instant execution. Instant execution. Or is also called market execution. Number one. And the second, we call it pending orders. Number two type of trade is pending orders. First up. Now, let me explain it. Have you written down?
Yes.
Okay, so if I say instant or market execution, I'm referring to the same thing. Now, have you ever been to the market where you probably did not have what's it called? You didn't have an intention to buy something, but probably because you just saw it on the spot of the moment, you liked it, and then you decided to enter and place a trade, or you bought that thing. Good. That's an example of an instant execution. You were not really the one who determined it, but because it happened instantly, the market gave you a product and you liked it, you bought it. In this case, instant execution, the market gives you what we call an entry price that you liked. So you felt that entry price was good enough. So you place the buy immediately. That's what we call instant execution. So the key thing there is that it was the market that gave you that entry price. You did not determine. Did you get that, man? So you can just write of that instant execution, right? Is an order to buy or sell. As if we're explaining now. Is an order to buy or sell at an entry price determined by the market.
Do you have an instance of that?
You said what?
What was an instant example of such how the market gives?
Okay. When we want to do that now, we'll need that meta trader. Are you ready to share? Yeah, are you ready to share? I wanted us to do practical after. Let's write the condition. Don't worry.
We can do it later. Okay.
Yes. Order to buy at the entry price in the market. Stop. Wow, pending orders. Pending order now, before you write, is you determining from your house that I'm going to buy this thing in the market. But if I don't see it at this price, I'm not buying. Did you get it? You want to go and buy, or probably you even want to go and sell. You know, you could go to the market to buy or sell. But it's like saying, even before you enter the market, you have a predetermined, that's how I would say spending. You predetermine that if I don't get this thing at this price, I'm not paying. So you can decide to set it down. You know, it's like you already setting that price down. So the moment you now see someone offering that price, right, that your order would activate because you've already predetermined that this is what I want to get. So let's write the definition of pending order. Now, a pending order is an order to buy or sell at a predetermined market price. to predetermined market price. Full stop. We have 4 types of pending orders. Have you written that? We have 4 types of pending orders.
Of pending orders, right?
Yes, yes. So this pending order is divided into 4. Actually, I can say it's divided into 2. You know, we are all like is buy and sell. So for the buy, we have 2 types of pending buys. And then for the sell, we have 2 types of pending sell. So for the buy now, the first pending, right? Buy limits. That's the first one. Buy limits. Buy limits is on the screen. Limits. The one is on is buy limits. The other one, buy stop, is on the screen.
Okay.
The next one, sell limits. Then sell stop.
Okay.
So let's take buy limits. Let's write that. Buy limits is an order to, is a pending order to buy. At a lower price. At a lower price than where the market is currently. Is an order to buy at a lower price than where the market price is currently. First off, let me explain that. Now, remember I gave you an example of resistance and support. Let me draw that diagram again. Begin to need to explain this version. So it's like saying you went into the market, right? You've already determined that you were going to buy something for probably $5 Australian. But at the time you got to the market, the prices you were still saying was $10 Australian. Can you see that your price is lower than where the market price is presently? Is it not? Because current market price was still saying $10 Australian, but you are waiting below at $5 Australian to buy. So until the prices get to $5 Australian, that your pending order will not activate. Now, why do we use a buy limit? This is the method assumption behind it. Remember I said we buy from this support, it went up once, right? Then probably this resistance is there coming down. As at the time I set a buy limit, I would have said that the market is likely approaching a support area. Remember, we always buy at support. So let's say this your roof that was our resistance was numbered at 10, meaning 10 AUD. But in the past, this support area was probably 5. That's where market went from. So I've seen that this thing has moved from 10. It has gotten to like 6 or 7. You know, at 6 or 7 is already approaching a support area. I will be waiting to buy at that support area. So as at the time I set a buy limit, the market has not gotten to our support zone. That's why I said in most cases the market was still selling. Remember, sellers are pushing the market down, is it not?
Yeah.
So as at the time you use a buy limit, the market was presently selling, but you have seen that is approaching an area of buy, which is a support area where we'll buy. So you will be waiting at that buy area to buy. That's why we use a buy limit. Do I make sense? Is it making sense? Good. So that's the reason why we use a buy limit. Now for the second one, buy stop. Let's write this. We use a buy stop to be sure that the markets will buy. We use a buy stop to be sure that the market has started buying. Put it that way. We use a buy stop to be sure that the market has started buying before we join the buy. We use a buy stop to be sure that the market has started buying before we join them.
Before we join the market or what?
Before we join that buy move. Remember, this is a type of buy. It's like saying you want to be sure the buy move has started before you now join them to buy. You know, have you ever seen, most times in life, I'm explaining now, right? Most times, everybody is looking for who will first do something first before every other person join it. You know, because the people are scared that, oh, what if something goes wrong? You start first. You know how people say you start first. When I see your results, means I'll come and that's the case of buy stop. Now, why are we doing buy stop that way? Because you see this market. Remember, we said nothing is guaranteed. Anything can happen, right? So, what if the market sellers got to this support zone and then they refused to buy and they were strong and they broke through this support zone and it continued selling? Remember, somebody who bought from here would have been in a loss if the market kept going down instead of going up after they bought. Yes. Now, let me give you this illustration again. Remember, I told you that the support is like the floor, while the resistance is like a roof, right?
Yes.
Imagine the building where you are right now is a 5-story building. I just need you to picture that you're on a 5-story building. Now you're on the ground floor of a 5-story building. So that ground floor, let's assume this is this support area we are both looking at right now. On that ground floor, your own roof, which is this place, is what is supporting those on the first floor. So let's assume there was another building on top of here, you know, ground floor. The people on the first floor, their own support would be your own roof. Hope you know that. Good. So it's like saying support can turn to resistance depending on where you are. So the same person that is on the first floor, that their own roof that is limiting them will be what is supporting those on the second floor. True or false?
True.
What you need to do if you want to move from this ground floor to the first floor, all you need to do is break through your roof. But in this case, you don't need to break through your roof. There will be a staircase that will lead there, is it not? But you see in the market can break that resistance. The moment it breaks resistance, it's like you have moved to the first floor. So that previous resistance where you were selling will now become a support where you buy now. Do you get? The same thing here is like you that you're on the ground floor. You know, if somebody is buried underneath the ground, you that you are sitting on them will be their own roof, right? Exactly. Well, you, where you are seated, is your own support, but it's the roof to somebody who is underneath the ground. So it's like saying support can turn to resistance, resistance can turn to support. So because we don't know if this time around it will turn to support and resistance. See, this is just a game between sellers and buyers. Look at it like a football match. This resistance zone is like the goal post of sellers. Support is like the goal post of buyers. You know, everybody is always trying to score in their opponent's goal posts. So it's like saying when sellers push the prices into the buyer's zone, they also want to break the support. Are we still together, man?
Yeah.
Good. So me, I won't just jump in and say because they say we should buy at support. What if that time sellers were strong and they decided to break? So before I place that buy, I want to see that buyers have taken over and have started buying. So what I want to see is let this market come into this support area, not break it, then start pushing up. So if others were buying at, remember we used an example of 5 AUD that time, that this support area was 5 AUD. Me, I wanted to come up to like 7 AUD. That way I would have known, okay, I started buying because it pushed up from 5 and we're going to 10. Others that bought at 5, going to 10, they will make more, is it not? But their own entry was risky. But me, I'll be waiting at the top. I could join them when they get to like 7. That way I know that, yes, we are really, really buying. So at 7 AUD going to 10 AUD, I will make 3. I'm making lesser than the people who joined lower. But my own, I played more safer than those who joined early. I don't know if it makes sense. Good. So in
now
a buy,
give an instance of how you are playing safer now.
I'm coming. I'm going to show us. Don't worry. Now, right,
Okay.
no, for a buy stop, your entry price will be above current market price. No, buy stop, your entry price will be above current market price. Have you written them out?
Sorry, I didn't write that one. Sorry. I didn't. Can you repeat that, please?
I said, note for a buy stop,
Okay.
your entry price will be above the current market. Will be above the current market price. Do you understand why it's above now? You did not join them buying from the support. You were waiting until the market pushed higher. So as at the time you set the penny order higher, it was still below. That's why your entry price will be higher than where the market is. Do you get now? That's the concept of buy. So don't worry. To place this orders is simple. I'll show you them down first.
Okay.
So the third one, let's explain the third one. Sell limits.
Okay.
Is an order to sell at the price higher than where the market is. First of all. So that's like saying, remember we sell our resistance zone, is it not? Just like we. So presently, as I thought you were selling at this resistance, you want to sell here. You now discover that, I want to sell this my goods at 10 AUD. But nobody has brought 10 AUD. All of them are still around 7, 6 AUD. It's like saying I won't sell until they push their prices up and bargain for 10 AUD. So as at the time you set that penny order, the market was just coming up. That's I would say the market price as at then will be below your own entry. So you are waiting at the top. It's just opposite of that buy limit. Do you understand? So I will set a sell limit. While sell stop is just opposite too. You don't want to jump in and sell until you see that sellers are started selling. Do you get that's the difference now? So for a sell limit, right? Our entry price will be below the current market price. Below
stop, right?
For a sell stop will be below current market price.
Our entry price is that it?
Yes, our entry price for a sell stop will be below the current market price.
Okay.
So this concept of you were on the ground floor, the market, someone is on the first floor. Why are we using stop? You want to be sure that this market will keep selling because you see why? If the buyers are pushing the price up into this resistance area, probably they got, what if they got, I'm coming, sorry. Let me pick it so. See, buyers are pushing up towards that resistance where you sell, right? But what if they climbed, they broke your ground floor and went to the first floor because they were strong? What happened? The moment they get to the first floor, that same your own roof is now their own support, meaning you won't be able to sell again because it's their support. Now, what do people do as support? They buy, they will keep going up. Do you get? So you don't want to take that risk. You want to see that when this price is pushed into this resistance, we actually came down instead of going up. So it's like saying, don't worry, let others start selling first. I won't sell my own until I've seen that everybody has sold very well. So let's say the first people that got to this resistance zone started selling. Remember, these are zones where we sell from. They started coming down. You did not join them at this beginning. You waited until they came a little bit lower when you were sure that really, really then they are now selling. you can join somewhere else. So you could have been waiting somewhere in the middle to join. So that's why I would say where you are will be lower than where the market price is. Do you get now? That's the assumption for sell stop. So how do we now place all of these things I'm mentioning? It's simple. On the MetaTrader, they've already put buy stop, sell limit. You're not the one putting all those things. The only difference is you are going to type the price you want in there when you place the trade. But why you need to know whether one needs to be higher or seller or lower is because whatever price you type for a buy limit, if it's not lower than where the market is, that order will not activate. Do you get? That's just why knowing the concept. It's just like saying sell limits that want to sell high. If you now go to place a sell on that pair and the price you are putting for that sell limit is not higher than where that market price right now is, it will also not activate. That's just why we need to have a basic understanding of this. But how to place it on MetaTrader, that's the easiest thing ever. So we'll just go into how to place those trades, then we'll round up today's class. So let me make you a co-host so you can share your screen. So I've made you co-host, all right?
Okay.
But before I do that, maybe let me share my screen. Let me take it to MetaTrader. You can also be pulling up your MetaTrader on your phone. I know you've not used just in a long time, so we might need to reset it up.
Right.
Just a moment. Let me share my screen. So let me know when you start seeing my screen. As they share.
Yeah, I can see it. I want to connect with another phone too. Because
Oh, okay.
I was using
Okay, so this is a MetaTrader, for instance. Remember I told you that the list of currencies is divided. You can see Euro USD, GUSD, USD JPY. Been paired in tutus by the broker. I want to place a trade on AUD USD. I'll tap on AUD USD. Once you tap on it, you see new order. Can you see my screen? At the top, you can see the wrote instant.
Can you do that again? Sorry for
When I walk through your own turn, you're going to do it.
Okay.
They will give you the pair too. So any pair they say, oh yeah, click on this. You just tap on that currency pair. Once you tap on it, you'll see this pop up on your screen. New order. New order means I just want to place a new order. So that's what I'm going to click. So either buy or sell. Do you get? So I clicked on it. They now wrote, can you see buy or sell at the bottom?
Yes.
Good. So if it is a buy you wanted to place, you are meant to click buy. If it's a sell, you click sell. But before you click, you need to also know whether what you're doing is an instant or pending. Remember, instant is you got to the market, you just bought or you sold. So that's why at the top of my screen, you'll see where they wrote instant execution at the top. Good. So instant is if I could click on the buy or sell, that's an instant order. So let's say, for instance, I'm clicking on a sell right now. You can see order is open. So I've opened it. Look at the last order on this page. That's where they wrote NZD USD.
Okay.
Did you see? That was what I just clicked right now. That's instant order, instant execution. But let's say I wanted to do a pending order. Can you see it? So click that. Was it add? If it's buy, I wanted to click again. I go again to where they have the list of currency pairs. How do I know where they have a list? Look at this page where I am right now at the bottom. You can see an arrow to the left on the bottom where they choose on. That arrow is where you click. It will take you to the list of currency pairs. So I go again. This same NZD USD. I tap it again, new order. I want to place another order. But this time, I don't want to buy or sell immediately. I want my own price that I've already predetermined. So how will I know the price where the market is right now? Look at this screen. You can see there is a red line and a blue line that is going up and down. Those lines, they wrote prices on it. The red, they wrote a price on the red, and the blue, they wrote. Now, that red that is moving is the price of the sellers. That blue is the price of the buyers. Did you get? So that's where the market prices are at this moment. So that's like saying the instant or the current market price. So any price I'm going to set for a pending order, if it's a buy limit I want to do now, where they wrote instant execution at the top, I'll just click on it and select buy limits. So once you tap on that instant execution, can you see there is a drop down menu? You can see the buy limits, sell limits, all those ones we wrote, right? Did you know how I got here? I just tapped on that instant execution at the top. Once I tapped on it, it will bring out. So what I want to do now is the buy limits. I'll just select buy limits. Then now you can see they give us an opportunity to put price. You can see where they wrote price on the screen. So you will now be the one to put the price you want because it's a pending order. You predetermine the price. Unlike when we're doing instant execution, nobody gave us opportunity to put our own price. We just click the buy or sell. So pending order, they would have given you the predetermined price you are going to use. Your own is just to come and use your hand and type that price there. Shikena. Do you understand? But whatever price you're putting, because it's a buy limit price must be lower than the market price. So any price I want to type there, it must be lower than this 0.64802 or 64796 that is moving up and down on that blue and red. It has to be lower than that. That same price, current market price, is also what you are seeing on top of where the wrote price. There is a 0.64802 raised to power 2. Then 0.64807. Those are the current market prices. They will keep changing. Do you get? So now I can use 0.646 because it's lower than 0.648 where the market is. If I type that, it will allow me place the order. Look at where they wrote place on the screen. Can you see right now? It is faint. It's not highlighted. Can you see place? Where they wrote place?
Yes.
It's fainted. So because I've not placed the order, but the moment I put a price, let me just use 0.64650. Can you see the place became more obvious? Is it not? So now I can place the order. So I've placed a pending order. Now let me take you to where I placed the order. Now look at the screen. At the bottom, you know we did a NZD USD sell. That one is the one reaching $1.04 right now. But underneath it, you are now seeing the one where they wrote buy limits. NZD USD buy limit. That's the last thing. Are you seeing it? But can you see that it's black? Where the number is changing is black. It's black because it's still printing. Market has not gotten there. So anytime the market gets there, it will automatically activate. It's either be showing red or blue, like this other one on top. You get the point. So that's just how you can use it to place a penny order. It's not hard. It's just to go to the arrow, select any currency pair, new order. If it's sell limits, come there, tap sell limits. Just put any price they gave you and type it in the price and place. Do you understand? That's how we place an order. So is that very clear? What I just did now, very clear. So let's practice. So have you joined with your the phone where you have your MetaTrader on?
Let me do that. I went on. Let me join again.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so let me see. Let me make you co-host. Okay, so you can click on the share option, share button.
Share screen or photos.
Yes,
Okay, share screen.
Share screen.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Let me see which one. Then it starts Zoom. Every time your
Yes.
screen start broadcast. Is it that one?
Yes. Yes.
Screen is broadcasting. I've not seen.
Let me see. It's not
That's
showing me.
yet. What is sharing now?
It's coming now.
That's
Yes.
just what is sharing. But that's all it's sharing now. It's not showing
You can
the.
see it now. No, wait. So just hold on. Your screen is showing right now.
Yeah, but it's
Don't
just
stop sharing.
showing this as if it's recording, but it's
And
not.
now you will now go to where you have a hair. You can move. Go to MetaTrader. Good. We are seeing it. MetaTrader 4. You've passed to. Have you seen it? Good. So your own currency pair list is not plenty at the moment. Was this the one you opened that time, right?
Yeah, this was the
It would
demo
have
account.
stopped. And the demo account would have stopped working. So just click on new accounts where they wrote new accounts. Or open a demo account. Click on that, open a demo account.
Okay.
Type KOT. KOT in that. KOT cut demo. Yeah. Click on that cut demo that popped up. Good. Now at the bottom where you have 100,000 deposits, change to 3,000. Okay. Oh yeah, done or register or save. You see one has been opened successfully. Okay, great. So
Done.
done. Yes, it will take you to where you have the list of currencies. Good. Yeah. So
Okay.
it's still loading. It's loading. It's still coming up. Can you also see the arrow at the bottom of the screen, like that my own that time?
Yeah, this quotes, charts,
Quote.
trades, history, and
Quote is always
setting.
where you have a list of all the currencies. Okay, click on that plus icon at the top.
It has come
The
up now.
currencies are there. Good. So now the currency list, they are not much. Anytime you want to add to the list, you see that plus icon at the top. Click on the plus icon. Let's add some lists. You can see where they wrote Forex. Come to Forex Pro Major. Let me see. Forex Pro Major.
Okay.
Tap on it. Okay, no. Go out of here. Click that arrow. Back. Forex crosses. Good. Now they have a plus in front of all those currency pairs. As you're tapping the plus, you are automatically adding those currencies to the list. So be clicking on those plus icons in the front. Good. Keep tapping.
Do I do Canadian Swiss?
Yes. We are going to trade all
Swiss,
of them.
all of them.
These are all Forex pairs. So yes, add them.
All, everything.
Everything, yes.
Okay. Okay, done.
Yes. Then click on that plus. There is one I need us to add. Gold. Go to metals. If you see any box where they wrote metals. So XAU USD, that's gold. XAU USD. That's to tell you they trade gold in the market. They even trade copper. There's nothing they don't trade in this market. So XAU
So tap that one. Yeah. What of
yes,
gold versus
XAU.
euro?
No, leave that one. XA,
Gold
just go for
versus USD.
dollar.
Do I
Yes,
do
that's
that one?
gold. Yes, that's the one we are looking for. That's all. Done. Okay, good. We have plenty list now. So let's say I wanted you to place an order. Tap on Euro USD. Where you see
Okay,
EURUSD.
this one. Mm.
Is it the EURUSD chapter, right?
Mm-hmm.
You see the your own,
Yes.
they will write
Yes.
trade because you're using an iPhone. So you click on trade. If it was Android, you see new order. But if it's an iPhone, trade. Good.
Mm.
Can you see now? They brought that buy by market, sell by market. That's instant execution. Can you see at the top
Mm.
market execution?
It's market execution. Okay.
So if you place buy, if you just hit the buy button, they'll give you an entry price instantly. What you get now? So or I click on, let's say click on sell. We are just practicing. Just click sell.
Mm.
Click on sell. You can see success. So this is the order now that you just placed. You can see that. So let's go and pick a pending order. Go back to that quote at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Go to where the quote's good. This time around, go to Euro USD again. That same Euro USD.
Mm-hmm.
This time trade, but we are not doing. We want to do pending. So where you have market execution, tap it. You're going to see other options. Good. Now select buy limits. Now you can see it's giving you where you can put price, the real price, not set. So now let me just give you a price that will be lesser than where this market price is. So type 1 point in front of price. Move your cursor to price. 1 point. Erase that one there. Automatically, something will just pop up. Erase it. I put 1.08. 1.0. Sorry. Let's put 1.078. 1.07850. Good. You can see the place has turned to blue. Oh yeah, place. Click on place. Exactly. So you can see what I'm saying. The pending limit, the buy limit, that's the pending order, is in black. The direct one is already running. That's why it's in red. It's in minus 16 cents right now. Can you see that? So that's how to either a direct buy or a pending order. If it's on the sell limit, so you just select it from there. They'll give you the price. So placing these orders, was it hard?
Not hard, but I just placed. I didn't really understand when exactly to place and when not to place.
Don't worry now. That's why we have that syllabus. The more you go, more you even know why we are. Not is all we're just placing. Before you place, you must even know why you are placed in the first place. You get. So when we now go more in the syllabus, you understand every step of the way. It's just one step at a time. So what you've just done now is like somebody who opened a shop. If you stock your shop with goods and you are not there to watch over it, what happens? If people who are going to buy to enable you make profits, bring the profits, you are not there to receive the profits. If it's still thieves that are coming to carry away goods, if you are not there, what happens? The person also runs at a loss, is it not? So our next class, we will know how to take a profit and also stop a loss from the trade. We'll now go to the other things, how we know how much. This total balance now is $3,000 that was there when we opened the account. So is it that on one trade you want to spend all the $3,000? No, right? We will now know how much you are spending on one trade, even before you enter the trade. You are not meant to use all the 3,000. So that we'll learn on lot sizes in our next class, which is tomorrow. So write this down, what we'll teach tomorrow. Right? Pips calculation.
What? Fixed calculation.
Pips, yes, PIPS. Pips calculation. Let me share my own screen now. Lot
Okay, let me stop
sizes.
sharing.
Yes, I've already stopped. Don't worry, I've done that at my end. So tomorrow's class will now center on pips calculation, lot sizes. Wait, let me type it. This is pips calculation. lot sizes, and trade modification. Trade modification. So those are the three things we'll cover tomorrow. But all the basis explanation we did today, I hope you understand.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So before I go, let me just re-emphasize, please, anytime you sell, your goal is, Father, let those market prices keep going down. Anytime you buy, let it keep going up. That's how we make profits in the Forex market. So
Anytime you
thank you.
sell, wait, so
Okay.
anytime you buy, let it keep going up. Is that what you say?
Yes, anytime you buy, let it keep going up. Anytime you sell, let it keep going down after you click that sell. It has to go down for us.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay.
So in the next class, I'll explain what that means and throw more light. But even before that next class, if you bought a piece of land for 500K, right? 500 AU. The only way you're going to make profits on that land is if it increases above that 500 you bought it, true or false?
True.
So if it increases to 600, you'll be happy because why? You're making profit. If it increases from 600 again to 800, you've even made much more profit. Meaning because there was an addition to the price you bought it, that's why you're making profit. So that's why I was anytime we buy, let it keep going up. But the reverse, when we sell, we want to keep going down. We want to sell high so that when it goes down, you make more. That one is a little bit tricky. I will explain it to you from the next class. I don't want to confuse you.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you, sis. We
So
used 1 hour, 20 minutes today.
okay. So tomorrow is the same time.
Yes, let's do it the same time.
And this classes, you say, how long is it going to last? So?
We should be done in 8 weeks.
Okay. Oh, okay. Plenty time too. Okay.
Yes.
So is it at what point will I now start doing it like the
Don't worry now.
trading? No, I just want to know, like, well, I'm not in a hurry. It's just understanding it first because because at the point when you leave me, I need to keep doing it too.
I don't leave you. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't put the card for. See, the practice, you're going to practice even before you do the life. The practice is now you experiencing the market. It's part of our training. Everything you wrote down in your book is what you practice. Should be today now, how to place that trade. You did like a minor practice. All these ones are still share. But when we go more deeper, there are things you now start to practice. You see how you'll be able to see a support and know it's support. You'll be able to see the market and say, oh, this is a good market to buy, this is a good, all of those things before. You even practice them on demo when you analyze. Then the more your confidence increases with the results you're seeing, you yourself will know that, coach, I think I can fund a live account now so that I can be implementing the same thing. Don't worry. You just let me guys step. I will personally tell you when the time is right.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. So I'm gonna come in your DM now and ask for a review. So please, I would appreciate the review. Thank you so much. And
you don't want to make it reach tomorrow before the
no, you don't reach tomorrow. Not today, I stay on.
Miss Watson, to be after I don't do how many times before they give review.
Yes, now you can review based on the first experience. If today was good, automatically next class will be good. Don't worry. This coach do you relax. You see my same result. Your own will not be different. So thank you, sis. Have an amazing day.